Welcome to Morgan's Vaping Reviews. Just a quick little check-in here.
We just finished doing, I don't know, 7 or 8 reviews, and we're nicked out, so we're not going to do any more because it wouldn't be fair to do a juice review right now.
No.
Because I don't think we'd like anything we vaped right now. We just did so many. There's 2 things we want to talk about. One is the name of the YouTube channel, which I'll get into in a minute, and then the other one Gallagher's going to talk about. When I started my YouTube channel, just like you, I was just bored, and I thought, you know what, I know there's like a fucking trillion people that do it, and I wasn't trying to reinvent the wheel, and I wasn't trying to be something I'm not. So I decided, fuck it, I was going to do a YouTube channel for fun. And there I am, I need a name for it, and I'm making my YouTube channel, and I just, through lack of creativity or maybe lack of giving a shit, I was going to call it Mike's Vaping Reviews. I thought, Mike's a pretty boring name.
Very boring.
Yeah. When I was a kid...
Kind of stupid, actually.
In every fucking class I was in, there was like 4 or 5 Mikes. If the teacher said Mike, we would all look up. It's just the most boring name you could. So I went with my surname, so I called it Morgan's Vaping Reviews. Now, at the time...
Keep going.
What the fuck is that?
Keep going.
At the time, I was thinking I might have 25 or 30 subscribers. And I might be lucky if someday I have... I'm gonna fucking assault you on camera.
Keep going.
I was thinking I might have 25 or 30 subscribers, 40 if I was lucky.
It's inspiring.
I never thought that I would have 1,000 or 1,150 subscribers or whatever I currently have. So I just want to say that I do appreciate each and every one of you that watch the videos and actually give a shit about this guy's opinion on something that is clearly subjective. But because of it, I'm thinking instead, it's not just me. I was just gonna do... That's fucking distracting, man. I was thinking to myself, I'll just do the odd review, and at the time, my first review, Ken was in it because I actually had to go to his house because I didn't know how to set up my camera on my laptop. So he did the first video and he ended up liking it, so he did a few more. And then lately he's been too busy and he hasn't done any, and I'm sure he'll do some in the future. Then I meet Jay, and Jay starts doing a few. And now I got Gally doing some with me. So I'm trying to think of something that takes my surname out of it, so instead I can just have a generic name for the YouTube channel, so that way some days it'll be me, some days it'll be Jay or Gally, some days it'll be me with them, but basically instead of it being just all about Morgan's Vaping Reviews, I'm trying to think of a name that is more media friendly, that would just describe the group in general, which on one day could be me and on another day could be 2 or 3 of us, or maybe him without me. So if any of you have an idea for what I could call the channel, or should I just keep it what it is, I don't know. So as far as the logo goes, if I can come up with a name, the logo I could probably do on my own. But that's what this video is about. I wanted to just thank you for actually subscribing, because I never thought I'd have that many subscribers. And secondly, if any of you watching have an idea of what I should call the channel, comment below, or you could send a message. It's morgansvapingreviews@gmail.com. So you can either send me a direct email, you could comment in this video. I mean, I'm on Facebook as well. And now, what did you want to talk about?
Okay, so Mike and I and Jay, we do a show on Sunday nights.
Fucking asshole! Sorry, go on.
We do a show on Sunday nights on Vapers TV. And
what's it called?
It's called
Vape Church.
Oh, Vape Church. Yeah, it's on TV.
Every Sunday.
Yeah, Vape Church.
Wherever you're Snoop Dogg, Vape Church.
Yeah.
Every Sunday on Vapers TV at 9 p.m. Our time.
Yeah.
Which is Central. 9 p.m.
Our time.
9 p.m. Central.
Look at our Facebook profiles to see where we're
9 p.m. Central on Vapers TV. We do a show called Vape Church.
Yeah.
We try to stay on topic, but
we don't.
But we don't.
Okay, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, so we don't stay on topic, and that's the thing, right?
We don't.
I mean, don't get me wrong. there are shows where we're talking about vaping and vape-related things for 90% of the show.
Oh, that's
now he's throwing me off. But
that's Rocket Man.
Right. So
we will be doing Rocket Man very soon. There's a couple of reasons why we haven't. Every time I've tried to do a Rocket Man review, something happens.
So, my thought, podcasts are blowing up, as everybody knows, right? And, we do kind of get off topic a little bit here and there. So my thought is and there's nothing out there really for a vaping podcast, or a podcast that primarily talks about vaping but goes off the charts and talks about whatever else. So my thought is to start a podcast for all you vapors out there.
Basically, it's a podcast where we're going to try to stay on topic as far as whatever's vaping related.
Yeah, we won't necessarily. We may talk about other things. On Vapers TV, Mike's mom phones in and it gets a little off topic.
Yeah. I was talking about the fact that Lady Di was a whore. And
right, which she is.
And we can take that to the next level on the podcast.
Some people got upset with me.
But anyways, that right on the fucking head.
Yeah, that Lady Di was a whore.
Yeah, that was just something I read online, not my opinion. And then when I mentioned it, a whole bunch of people jumped on us. So Gally was saying a podcast is more open-ended. Go on, sorry.
More open-ended, we can really discuss anything, but of course we're vapors, right? So we're going to talk about what we enjoy vape-wise, what juices we like, what juices we're vaping, what mods we're using, what RDAs we're using, what builds we're doing, etc., etc., etc. We're going to talk about all that kind of stuff too. But it's going to be 3 vapors or a couple vapors or 4 or whatever, just sitting around, kind of shooting the shit and talking and
Mike's
vaping.
mom will definitely be on the show.
Mike's mom will be on the show. My
sure.
mom will not. She refuses, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, after the last time she was on.
So
she absolutely refuses to fucking call in. She was very angry at me. I haven't talked to her for a week.
No, but I think that could be sexual frustration.
Okay.
Because, I could be wrong, but it seemed like she wanted to meet me. Because she's like, is Mike listening right now? I heard her say that.
She did say that.
So I don't know what she was doing. I don't know the relationship between her and your dad, but possibly.
So how about you go fuck yourself?
Possibly.
Let's move on.
Possibly wants a bit of Morgan train there. I don't know.
What's that?
Everybody's selling their snow wolves.
I know.
So whispering Jay here, but
so a comment on that. That's something I want to do. I stream video games already. You can check me out.
There you go. Well, you can tell me.
Yeah, I'm on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Gally204, GALI204.
I'll put a link to it.
Yeah, and I vape and I fucking play video games. That's what I do.
Now the podcast, we probably talk about stuff like, I know in Ontario recently they just squashed a bill.
Yeah.
So we would probably...
And we'd have guests on. We could have guests on. We could have people call in.
Yeah.
We can have people call in and get their 2 cents. We can sit there for an hour and take calls, talk about whatever. Mm-hmm. People can call from Toronto who are in the trenches of that battle. Vaping in Toronto or vaping in Ontario, I should say.
Yeah, so if there's
we can have juice makers come on. We can have the guy that makes this juice come on. He's over the phone and we do a little interview with him. We can have shop owners. We can have, you name it.
Yeah, so
in
basically
podcast form, right? So you can listen to it on the go.
Yeah, we'll talk about vaping
phone.
related things, and on top of that, we'll talk about whatever's in the news as far as whatever the government's trying to crack down on, or if the vapors, rallied and beat a recent bill. We'll talk about all that, but we'll also give our personal opinions on those topics. Hopefully, maybe we could arrange that your mom could come on, and maybe...
She won't. Last time I tried to get my dad on, he refused too.
Okay.
Your
That
mom's
was funny.
open. Yeah. Your mom's open for it.
Now, as far as the podcast goes, me and Gally, we're checking out a few different sites. Because
So
we're working on it.
My thought was maybe something like SoundCloud, or there's a podcast website, but my worry is it getting kind of buried underneath all the other shit, right? Mm-hmm. So if anyone has any suggestions of websites that do podcasts and stuff like that, that's another thing you can mention in the
I know there's
comments.
Libsyn. There's Libsyn and SoundCloud. So that's why we're talking to you guys to go to, because we actually do. Even though we're sarcastic.
It'd be a weekly podcast, by the way. It'd be once a week.
We do appreciate your opinion, so that's why I wanted your opinion on the name of the channel, if I should go with something that's more generic and media friendly, instead of just having my surname in it. And we also want your opinion on the podcast. Is it a good idea? Let us know. If we do it, do you guys know a good hosting site? Libsyn or SoundCloud or something that you guys might know about that we don't.
And just know that the podcasts will be uploaded onto YouTube as well. You know, we're going to do that. I think that's important to branch out and cover all the bases, right?
Yeah.
But we want like a podcast type of website so that when you are sitting there driving in your car and you have it hooked up to your stereo or whatever you're doing, you can just straight up listen to it, fast forward, rewind. If you heard something funny, you want to rewind it, stuff like that. Whereas YouTube, you'd have to have YouTube open, you'd have to have your phone unlocked, all that kind of shit. So YouTube would be an option as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
we want to
so
mix it up.
any opinion would be appreciated. So one, thank you, Fuck, for subscribing. I can't believe it. I love it. I appreciate all of you. At the risk of sounding like a bleeding heart liberal, I do appreciate it. It's pretty humbling. Secondly, if you have an idea for the YouTube channel, I mean, I'll consider all ideas. And any ideas on the podcast, whether it's a good idea, a bad idea, or a site that you might. Fucking idiot. Have a good night.
Bye.